Hi, my name is Yasu from Japan, and in my video, I drink sake and introduce in both Japanese and English and get drunk and talking to myself. In Japanese, it's called Hitorigoto, and I'm drinking today this one. Um, Very cute label, the label, Tiffany Blue, I think. The name of the sake is called Ryozekilabo. It's from Akita Prefectures. The sakebrewery's name is ryozekishuzo. I said that. I'm already drunk a little bit. So yeah, I'm drinking this one, and then I'm gonna talk about the personal space thing. Um, I realized that when I speak English and then communicating with my friends in English, I feel like my personal space is becoming smaller, but when I speak Japanese and then communicate and hang out with my friends in Japanese, my personal space is bigger compared to the ones that I have in English. Anyway, cheers. The smell is sour, but very light sour, but more like sweet, not too sour. The flavor is very very light sour flavor, but more like focusing on the sweetness, but overall the flavor is very light, so I don't feel like I'm drinking sake. It's more like the juice. So I guess it's good for the beginners, or like the people who are not really good, that they're not used to drinking sake. Probably they might like it, but for me, I feel something is missing. But anyway, so yeah, I've been stuck in Japan almost 3 years, and then most of the times I only speak Japanese, and I hate texting and everything. So like I didn't really communicate with my friends overseas, which is just what I do. So like in the last 3 years, mainly I've been hanging out with my friends in Japan in Japanese, and then I realized that um, I don't have my friends. Um, like the personal space in Japanese are much bigger, because like when I like hang out with my friends and then talking to them in English, it's like personal space is much smaller. And of course, when I see them, I hug them, handshake and everything, and then, like tapping on the shoulders. It's more like very, physically close. But when I, think about how I do with my friends in Japanese, there are like certain distance physically, and I don't hug my friends when I communicate with them in Japanese. It just never occurred to me. But like nowadays, like, the border is open, the foreigners visiting here, my friends from the overseas visiting here. I have started to seeing the clear kind of difference how I behave. Maybe that's only me, or maybe Japanese people in general. I'm not sure, but it's very interesting to see. That really means that how I behave, how I interact with people when I speak English or when I speak Japanese, that means it's really different. And when I thought about it, how I felt, before COVID, I remember I felt that I feel more connected to people who used English compared to the ones who only used Japanese language. But now, like, I started to seeing the differences again, and then if I ask myself which one do I, prefer, I don't have any preferences. I don't mind. I mean, for me, it's really natural that communicate with people in Japanese, like not really like, having my personal space is bigger, and then don't really hug them, or like, don't do the, handshaking that much. I'm okay with that, and also I'm okay with that when I speak English, and you see my friends hugging and tapping their shoulders, like more close, like the body, like interactions. I'm okay with it too. So one way or another, probably I can say that I'm all more integrated. And then the question is, what's being integrated into? I don't know, but like the border is open. I will get to see my friends in Japan from the all over the world, and most likely, like, once I feel like I'm gonna start traveling again overseas and everything, and then maybe by then I will finally realize how I have changed, which is gonna be very exciting for me. Anyway, so here's the thing: this sake, for the beginner, or like those people who are not really like drinking the typical Japanese sake, or like if you're looking for some light alcohol beverage, this is the one. Because to me, I feel like I'm drinking juice. I feel like I don't drink sake, and then I enjoy the flavor, but it's just too light for me. So the flavor is very like the light sour smell and flavor, but more focusing on the sweetness, not too sour. Maybe you might like it, especially you don't really like the strong Japanese sake flavor, then definitely this one. So again, the name of the sake is called Ryozekilabo. Just to remember, Tiffany blue color. Produced by Ryozekishuzo in Akita prefectures. So yeah, if you're the beginner, probably this one. Or you can go for other, like, sake. If you want to really taste, typical Japanese, sake flavor, this is not the one for you. But anyway. But like, if there's any sake that you recommend, please let me know, because I want to get to try something new. And if you're still watching this video, please subscribe to my channel. If you do, I really appreciate. And I hope to see you in my next one. So for now, じゃあね, bye bye.